One question I get a lot is, Adrienne, how long do I have to be on this special MS diet? And I say, well, how quickly do you want to heal? And how long do you want to be symptom free? Now, after you've totally healed, there are some rules you can break here and there. But let me explain. So keep listening and I'll tell you all about it. Are you struggling with multiple sclerosis, or you have a loved one who's been diagnosed and you're searching for more answers outside your typical medical system? You're not alone. Your intuition is telling you there's more information out there, and you're right. Hi, I'm Adrienne. I'm a certified integrative nutrition health coach, author, and speaker. I'm also somebody who has reversed and healed all of my own MS symptoms and can get you there too. Are you ready to dive in? I am. Let's go. So starting a new diet, and by the way, I don't like the word diet really because it just seems so restrictive. When people talk about diet, they talk about being on a diet, in quotes, for a short time, and then they go back to their regular diet. But what you really need to do if you want to have sustainable healing and prolonged health, even after you've healed your MS, you're going to want to stay on that regimen. And here's the other thing. After you've healed all of your symptoms, and diet is just part of it. I would say diet is at least 60%, 60% of your healing. And when you start feeling better on this different way of eating, this different lifestyle, you're not going to want to go back because you're going to feel so good that you're going to ask yourself, why would I want to eat those Cheetos again? Why would I want to drink milk again? Why would I want to have cereal in the morning again? You're going to start healing and feeling so good that you're not going to want to go back to the way you were. And this is the other thing I tell people. If you want to stay healed, if you don't want your symptoms to come back, you're going to want to keep eating this way. And you're going to find a joyful way of sustaining this. So for example, in my program, I tell people week number 1, stay on your regular diet, but I want you to add in this. And then week 2, how are you doing with that? Great. Week 2, let's add this. And then week 3, how are you doing so far? Let's add this. So I use a protocol that's called crowding out. So once you add in all the good food, all the nutritious food first, you're not going to have any more room for the bad stuff. And guess what else? After you've healed either all your symptoms or most of them, and I'd rather you heal all of them. So let me give you an example. So myself, after I healed everything, I stayed on this very strict diet for probably 3 to 4 years after I healed everything. And then it dawned on me later. I thought, I could probably go out and eat some Mexican food once in a while. I can go eat some chips and salsa and go eat a burrito, a smothered burrito with a little bit of cheese once in a while. So my rule is, now that I've healed myself, I can eat 5 to 10% of the other foods, but 90 to 95% of the time, I'm eating good whole foods. And I had a friend who's also a health coach tell me this, and I love this quote. She said, "No food tastes as good as healthy feels." I love that. It's so true. But here's the other thing. I've got so many recipes that are delicious. So I never feel like I'm missing out, ever. And guess what else? I'm never hungry. And when you start going down this path of eating whole foods, you're also going to find out, like on my program, you're going to start losing weight. And I don't even advertise that. When I started eating this way, I lost like a pound to a half a pound every day when my body started recalibrating. My body was going, yay, she's eating the right thing. She's giving me nutrition. And I don't need all this extra weight. I'm just going to let it go. That's my body talking to me, right? So I lost about 10 to 15 pounds. And I never really considered myself overweight before. But now, due to my height and my bone structure, I'm at the weight I'm supposed to be. But this is not what this is about. It's about just healing yourself and then finding other benefits along the way. So again, I have people ask me, how long do I have to stay on this diet? And I say, well, how long do you want to feel good? How long do you want to be symptom-free? How long do you want to be the kind of healthy person you want to be and not have anything like symptoms, MS symptoms, affect your life anymore? So I'm going to give you guys a list of foods. For example, what I teach is I want you to eat about 2.5 cups of greens every day, dark greens. Here's what it gives you. And I just did an episode on making green smoothies. So I'm going to go over this real quick. But all the vitamins and minerals in those greens have so many benefits. So they give you healthy brain function. They convert food into energy. These greens also help you manage your nerve function in your body. These greens have fantastic antioxidants and they fight off the bad viruses and the bad cells. It boosts your immune function. It helps you with collagen production. It fights inflammation. It's great with your nerve transmission. So it helps your nerves transmit messages to the brain, to every part of your body. And that's a big part of MS. Our nerves get damaged and it helps our nerve functions. These greens also help balance our hormones. And that's just dark greens. I haven't even talked yet about good fats or animal proteins or vegetables or seeds and nuts. So let's talk about animal protein. And there's about 10% of you guys out there. Most of us eat animal protein. And the 10% of the vegans out there can heal MS too, but they have to be very mindful of getting in the right proteins, the right plant proteins, and they have to make sure they get enough every day. So they have to be mindful every single meal that they eat. Now, for the rest of us, animal proteins absorb much better in the body and they're more easily digested. Animal proteins are complete amino acids supporting your muscle growth and repair. Good animal proteins, and when I say good, and I've said this before, natural raised and sustainably raised animals. So organic chicken, grass-fed beef, or pasture-raised beef, or wild-caught fish. They have a ton of nutrient density. So you'll get iron, zinc, B12, and vitamin D with good animal protein. And this is what our body needs. So I'm going to talk about Terry Wahls a little bit here. Terry Wahls, in her book, she explains that she was a vegetarian for a long time, from her college days up until she was diagnosed. And then she discovered how many nutrients animal proteins have. So she had to switch over. And guess what? She healed herself out of a wheelchair. I hope you all have seen that TED Talk by now, but her story is incredible. And I also have a friend of mine who also healed 100% from an autoimmune disease. And she used to be a vegan. And guess what she is now? She only eats carnivore and she healed everything. So she told me she eats 80 to 90% carnivore every day, even now. And she healed a while ago because she knows that animal protein has a ton of nutrients in it. So can you imagine being a vegan and switching over to total carnivore? She said that was a really hard change for her, but she's doing so well and she's been healthy for a long time. Now, here's the other thing I'm going to talk about is good fats in your diet. They are a dense source of energy that we need. So good fats support our cell structure and it helps absorption of certain vitamins like A, D, E, and K. So that's why in the previous episode, how to make a green smoothie, I want you to add some sort of fat to that green smoothie every time because the fats help absorb those vitamins and nutrients in your body so that your body can process it. So back to how long do I need to be on this diet? Well, guess what? I promise you, when you start eating and discovering good recipes, good healthy recipes that support your body, and you're starting to feel good, you're not going to want to go back. You're going to want to keep living this way and eating this way and feeding your body with nutrition that it needs so that your symptoms don't come back. And your pantry and your refrigerator is going to look totally different in 3 months. And on my program, I give you so many substitutes. I've got a flyer on here's what you can eat instead of pasta. Here's what you can eat instead of bread. You can make your own gluten-free bread. You can buy certain kinds of gluten-free crackers. There's so many different substitutes that will support your health. Here's what you can substitute instead of milk. Almond milk, coconut milk, any kind of nut milk. Here's what you can eat instead of yogurt. There's this coconut yogurt that I have fallen in love with that tastes just like normal yogurt. It does not taste like coconut at all. So once you start eating this way and you start discovering different substitutes that you can use that will support your body, then you're going to want to continue eating that way. Because again, no food tastes as good as healthy feels. That's a quote that my friend has, but I'm going to also say that I have so many substitutes that I never miss out on eating joyfully. I've got so many delicious recipes that are nutritious. And it's so funny. I've had a lot of people that have bought my cookbook, and I'll get a text every once in a while, and it'll be a picture of the dish they made from my cookbook. And they say, Adrienne, look what I made. It's so delicious. So you're going to start finding things that you're going to love, recipes that are easy to make, and you're going to start living joyful again. So you just have to take action. Get on a breakthrough call with me. Go to nourishyourway.com, find the Work With Me page, and let's talk. I would love to see your life change for the better. You can do this. Are you on the fence and wondering if you can heal and would like some support from somebody who's been in your shoes? You can absolutely heal, and I can walk you through my 12-week program. Change is hard, but I've made it much easier to modify your dietary habits and other lifestyle changes like body movement, emotional health, and self-care. I'm with you all the way, so just hop onto my website, nourishyourway.com, and navigate to the Work With Me page. You can either sign up there or apply for a 30-minute free call with me if you have any questions. Taking action is the first step, and I'm behind you. Also, if you like this podcast, please share it to somebody else who might be struggling. I'm so happy to be a guiding light for you, and I'll be back in a few days.